Hello, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here because we need each other. I know that the narcissist told you so many lies, like you're too old, too broken, too far gone to ever be happy again. Well, that fear, I lived it. And that fear, the false evidence appearing real and wondering, were the best years of my life buried in the past because of my age. But at age 59, an age where the world says maybe at this time you should start slowing down again. But no, not for me. God completely changed my life. I not only, was going through the healing process, but I met my husband. And that story's not over. I'll tell you about, get into that later. But at 40, 50, 60, and you feel like, maybe your life is wasted, that's not true. That person didn't know how to love you properly, didn't know how to value you. If so, then this video is for you. Age is our greatest weapon. And how to reclaim the years the locusts have eaten. Well, that strength that you gained will help carry you through the next season and maybe the next storm. So please subscribe. Let's walk out this journey together. Today, we're going to know that we're not just survivors, but that we can thrive and we can walk it out in and with victory. I want to encourage you to look at what you still have rather than what was taken. And there is hope. There is hope, a lot of hope after trauma. I know you are starting over at 40, 50, 60, but the life skills that you've learned along the way have made you the overcomer that you are, more wise to be the best version of you. And I know the lies of the wasted years, but just remember, God does not waste anything. He will turn your pain into your purpose, and He will turn it around. So keep reaching out to Him. Jeremiah 33:3 says, "Call unto me, and I will answer you, and I will show you great and mighty things that you know not of." So replace all those lies with the truth. I know I've wrestled with the fear of, being too broken, that could I be loved again? And then at 50 or 60, the fear that age, all that baggage and that I'm damaged goods, and you're not damaged goods, and what happened to you doesn't define you. God's promises are true. And in Joel 2:25 it says, I love this verse too, "I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten." He will. Your locust years, I know they were full of pain. The gaslighting, the manipulation, the control, trauma, fear, shame, guilt, on and on. But He will bring purpose out of your pain. You have learned different coping skills. You have learned to stand up for yourself, to say that's not okay, or to walk away when you need some time. But if you're 40, establishing that, to me that sounds so young, and it is really, you're maybe establishing your own voice. But maybe at 50, you're starting to feel a little bit of that weight that, maybe I did waste some years. But again, that's just a lie. You don't waste anything. He doesn't waste anything. He uses it all. He brings it all full circle back around. So at the age of 60, you can have that season of peace. Your clock has not run out, and you can be the queen of your own domain. So write that verse, Joel 2:25, on a sticky note and put it in your bathroom. Stick it on your mirror, and I'll read that to yourself today, and you'll start to believe it, because He will. He is a God of His promises, and His promises are yes and amen, and He says that He's going to do it. "I will restore to you the years the locusts have eaten." And that wisdom that you've gained in the fire at your age, you didn't have it when you were younger. I didn't have it when I was younger. It's priceless. So that wisdom in the fire can just sort of be a light for your path for the rest of your life. This is not the end of the road, but a season of wisdom. Growing your relationship with Jesus will transform you into the woman of God, actually, that you already are. I was that a long time ago. I just didn't know it. But now I speak those things over my life that I know are true. And I want to believe and walk in. And even if I'm not feeling it that day, because it's not based on our feelings, but I'll say things like, I am strong, I am bold, I am courageous, I am victorious, I am an overcomer, and I am a wonderful warrior woman of God. So write these things down, decreeing and declaring them over your day and over your future. And the more often that your brain hears it, the more often you'll start believing it. Get it down into here. They say around 35, 40 days of saying the same thing like that over and over, you're going to remember it. You're going to believe it. So do some things for yourself, of course. Maybe a couple things at once, like walking and praying, getting that physical exercise, but also that spiritual and mental. And I wrote down a few of the things. So build your self-image. Build it back up again. It was torn down by those lies that should have, I'm sorry that ever happened to you, because it wasn't okay. But you can build yourself back up again by telling yourself who you are in Jesus. Steward your peace. Learn to say no when you need to, without an explanation. Redecorate a room so that it doesn't hold memories of the past. And then invest in yourself. The time is now for those someday dreams. I have a little bee ring, a Pandora bee ring that I bought the other day, and I love it. It's just so cute, and it makes me happy. So invest in yourself. You're worth it. You're the best investment. Start a YouTube channel. If I can do it, you can do it. Travel, of course. I'm sure lots of people love to travel. That's a someday dream. And then take a class. I've taken several classes at the library, and I've invested that time in myself. And a lot of women, especially, we will invest in others more and give them more time than we give ourselves, and that investment that we need to make. But, just starting over doesn't mean that life becomes perfect and easy, because I want to tell you the truth. Just 3 years into my marriage, my husband had a stroke. And it was a storm. It still is a storm that I never saw coming. And he is a miracle to be alive. But another miracle is that the years that I spent healing and the strength that I developed from overcoming that narcissistic, abusive relationship, the alone time with God that I built, that built my faith, is exactly what God used and is using to make me a pillar of strength for my husband. We're walking this out, and we're not backing down. And I want to leave you with this verse as well. I have it here, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a hope and a future. In those days when you pray, I will listen. He will listen. He hears you. He hears your prayers. He knows your heart. He knows the desire of your heart. And honestly, if it's there, he put it there. And he wants you to fulfill your plan and purpose. The things that are written about you in the books of heaven. You can walk this out victorious. I'm living proof. And again, it's nothing of me, it's all of him. But he'll put that in there. If you just surrender, you can surrender to a God who's faithful and loves you and will always be there for you. Know that you are worth it. So worth it that he died for you. He gave up his life. No one took it. Just for you. That's how much he loves you. So your identity is in him. It's not in anyone else or what anyone else said about you. So when I was getting ready to film this, I was turning my phone off so it wouldn't ring. But I checked my messages, and my sisters are also wonderful warrior women of God. And one of my sisters sent me this. So I just thought I'd read it because it was so neat. New day, same faithful God. No matter what yesterday looked like, I'm walking into today covered, protected, and guided. And that's exactly what he has for you. He covers you, he protects you, he guides you, he leads you, he walks with you. He just wants you to walk with him. And you can do it. I believe in you. You are that wonderful warrior woman of God, and you're wise. Know that he's never going to leave you, never going to forsake you, always be there for you, because he is a faithful God, and he always keeps his promises. No matter what. Have a great and blessed day.